Street lights hum in amber hush, leaves turn like quiet sparks. I breathe the sweater weather in, tracing our names in the dark. I found your note between two books at the cafe shelf. Coffee rings like lunar maps, your laughter on the edge. The window wore a copper frame of drifting elm leaf self. A stranger tuned a radio to ballads soft and pledged. You said if seasons measure love, then fall is honest time, and signed it with a crooked heart you drew while running late. I read it twice, then underlined the part that sounded mine, the part about forgiving rain and learning how to wait. First warmth, the sidewalk sighs beneath my shoes. I count the blocks back home like truths. Write me October letters, fold them in the evening light. Let the cinnamon air deliver every promise you can't say right. If the city turns to rust, if plans fall out of tune, meet me where the daylight blushes under a copper moon. Hold me like a sweater, soft and close but never tight. We'll learn the language of the leaves and read each other right. The crosswalk blinks a weary hand, the river glass is cold. I watch a fairy paint the dusk with lines of silver ink. A busker trades his woolen scarf for chords he can't afford. His chorus flutters past my face and makes me stop and think. We almost moved too fast last year, like summer storms that burned. Two comets trying not to fade, pretending not to fall. But lessons ripen slowly, love is something you return. The orchard asks for patience and the sweetest takes the fall. The traffic hums a steady key, my pulse keeps time. Are you with me? If we fray along the edges, if the day is frayed in two, meet me where the bridges listen, where the city mends its blue. Wrap me like a sweater, not to hide but keep me brave. We'll underline the quiet lines we almost never say. I kept the ticket stubs, the phone that wouldn't ring, the voicemail I deleted but remembered everything. I kept the map you sketched, 3 turns to losing pride, then 1 small step through fallen light to meet you riverside. I light the first small candle in the window by the chair. The room inhales a tangerine the street can almost taste. A kettle sighs like second chances, weightless in the air. And shadows knit a cardigan for spaces we misplaced. You buzz my door with laughing eyes, I hear before I see. The hallway smells of cedar smoke and rain on subway chrome. Your coat is leaf brown, hair is wind, your smile a minor key. We say you're late, then both reply, I'm right on time, I'm home. The kettle clicks from almost to done. My hands stop shaking. Autumn one. Read me October letters. corners true. Meet me where the neighborhoods remember loving you. Wear me like a sweater, ever warm and ever new. I'll learn the language of your leaves and read you through and through. Say it slow. Summer lost, twice for a brighter day. The candle's wax is pulled like time that chooses where to rest. We trade the day's loose threads for knots that won't come loose. We stack our troubles like old coats and promise what is best, to hold a little softer and to give a little true. So the street is copper, glass and rain, the room is cinnamon. I tuck the note back in the book so I can find it then. If winter asks us how we grew, we'll show the lettered spine and say, in fall we learned to stay and read between the lines. Write me October letters, read me dim the lights, fold the city into two. Every leaf that let go taught my stubborn heart of you. Breath on glass, I draw a heart, it melts and finds the dawn. Crossing streets that learned our names, then had to carry on. Your scarf was gold, your gloves were red, your story's tangerine. You swore the city's finest hour, lives in between. A corner cart serves cinnamon with coffee thick as night. We count our changes, count our chances, count the traffic lights. I kept your laugh inside my sleeve until the leaves gave in, then let it go like fireworks the quiet sky could spin. Hand to hand, I take the early train to you. The bridges hum our old tattoo. Under the Amber Skyline, say my name and mean it slow. Let the windows learn our faces as we warm from undertow. If the calendar forgets us, if the daylight turns to gray, meet me where the roofs remember yesterday. We took a break like novels do between two burning acts, pretending silence didn't speak, pretending we were facts. I saw you by the river wall with headphones, eyes on clouds. I read the chapter in your face that whispered love out loud. You waved me in, I shook my head, then laughed in my own fear. The pigeons made a halo across my chest to meet with light under the amber skyline. Name your price and I'll be brave. I will spend my stubborn pride. I'll keep the change we save. If the afternoon grows colder, if the streetlights thin to blue, meet me where the rails remember you. We're not the flames we used to be. We're what survived the burning. We're not a perfect melody. We're harmony returning. Your message found my morning like a match against the frost. I'm near the bookstore, page me inlet, said it what we lost. I cross the square, the wind decides to lend me both its hands. The pigeons wheel like ellipses as the sentence understands. I see your coat become a light the street can't quite explain. I step into your weather and it starts to feel like rain. You take my fingers, write a vow across the lifeline plane. Stay when fear says run, you say I say the very same. The bridges lean to listening. My pulse says yes where doubt had been. Under the amber skyline, call me home and call me true. Let the rooftops ring like choirs when I lean my voice to you. If the headlines miss our story, if the evening's coming soon, meet me where the trains remember June. Say it now, I'm here. Say it clear, I'll stay. Say it till the streetlights bloom the amber into day. We fold the map along the seam that took us out of sync. We tape the corners of our plans so storms can't spill our ink. We hang our coats and hang our pride. We hang the past to dry and pour 2 mugs of orange light to watch the city sigh. If winter asks us where we're from, we point to where we stood. Between the bridges on the line where fear turned into good. If questions come like scattered leaves, we'll answer with a hand and let the quiet say the rest, the part we understand. Under the amber skyline, call me true. Steam from morning cups drifts through the window's golden frame. Autumn hums a sleepy tune that softly spells your name. You left your scarf inside my car, it smelled of clove and rain. I kept it for the nights you said you'd call me back again. The radio was half in tune, some old Elton kind of pain. The freeway signs were glowing like a movie with no end. I counted lanes and wishes made on headlights passing through. The fog was just a memory that didn't know what's true. You said the colder days begin where honest hearts depart, and mine was still unbuttoned, a sweater weather heart. I walk the boulevard of leaves, each crunch a note you wrote to me. Hold me like October air, soft and quiet, nearly bare. Knit your voice around my fear. Tell me what I need to hear. If we lose the sun too soon, paint the sky a maple tune. Wrap me in the moment's art, your sweater weather heart. Cups cooling side by side, a window fog with plans. You traced a tiny question mark and drew me with your hands. The waitress laughed, she must have known we spoke in sugar code. Each stirring spoon a promise of a long and lighter load. We argued over weather apps and dreams that felt too big, then shared a piece of apple pie like kids beneath the rib. You said forever's just a coat that fits until it tears. I said I like the way you fix it just by being there. The city breeze and amber time, our echo finds a simple rhyme. Keep me in your pocket light, call my name through longer nights. If the clock turns slow and cold, tell the story once retold. When the frost rewrites the park, kiss me where the street lamps start. Warm the edges, mend the part, my sweater weather heart. I've learned that love is stitched in mist, not steel, not vows too tight. The tears can be the pattern where the colors learn to lie. You show up at my door again with rain across your face. You say you found my letter folded in a vinyl case. I say come in, the heater sings, the floor is lined with tea. You hang your coat and all the storms decide to stay with me. The radio is still off key, but now we hum along. A half-remembered melody becomes our brand new song. The window fog writes we were smart to fall apart, then smiles because we learned the art of sweater weather heart. The rain decides its own refrain, and every drop spells out your name. Hold me like November fire, burn me warm and lift me higher. If the world turns cold and gray, we'll color back the day. Wrap our story around the start, stitched forever, never far. I'm alive inside your art, this sweater weather heart. The rain has stopped, the tea is gone, our shadows lean as two. The lamp ignites the tiny world that fits in me and you. If winter comes with questions, we'll answer with a flame and say we found our season and we gave it your name. October air, fading hums and piano cadence. The sky is burnt orange, honey. The air smells like rust and rain. I walk through sunset alleys where your echo knows my name. Stars close slow, the candles wink. I taste the apple steam. A busker plays a minor song that mirrors every dream. Your voice was always amber low, a fire behind a screen. You taught me how to color gray with what the heart can mean. We talked in circles till the moon took sides and fell apart. But every fight was poetry that kept a beating heart. Now autumn's hands return to me with ink of old regret. I dip my brush in memory and paint you silhouette. The city rushed to honey tones. I find you in the undertones. Rust and honey, sweet decay. Hold me in your burning gray. If we fade, then fade alive. Kiss the dust and call it thrive, where the color love implies when summer finally dies. I found the postcards we forgot to mail from Venice streets. The ink has bled to tiny maps of where our silence meets. Your laugh was wine, my fear was salt. Together we were seed. The tide still writes our names beneath the dark, relentless sleep. I won't pretend that closure comes with tears or final calls. It's hidden in the grain of doors and rust along the walls. A train laments a distant song. I hum the second part and taste the echo, sweet and sharp as rust and honey heart. The lamplight leans like old advice. I follow every twice. Rust and honey, slow goodbye. Speak my truth and don't deny. If we crack, then let it show. Shining where the fractures glow, where the color hope replies when autumn teaches why. We don't erase, we oxidize. We learn to breathe through change. Each flow a tiny miracle that keeps the light estranged. Your shadow meets the doorway glow. You smile without defense. We stand inside the quiet proof of every difference. You say the past is not a debt. I nod and say it's ours. We watch the city shine beneath our rust and honey heart. The window drips with amber lines, our reflex to forgive. The air is warm as promises that learned how to live. We laugh until the streetlights blink. The echo plays its part, and all the ruins turn to gold inside this rust and honey heart. The evening choirs and mine arise. I breathe you back to life. Rust and honey brighter now, paint the future on our brow. If the world should fade again, we'll color love within the rain. We're the tone that time defies, the song the evening cries. Morning waits behind the door, smelling sweet and new. Our coffee cups reflect the sun and everything we knew. If winter asks how we endured, we'll answer from the start. We turn to gold by being true. A rust and honey heart. Soft rain paints the maple glass, a fog of amber dreams. I trace your name upon the pane where silence always leans. You wrote me notes on windows with your breath and left them clear. Each message melted down to mist, but somehow stayed sincere. The city slept in copper tone, its heartbeat slow and wide. I walked through every avenue that kept you by my side. The crosswalks blinked like metronomes to songs we used to start. I swore the clouds were spelling out the map of how to part. The trees reflected every try, each yes and no we owe. And still I see your shadow in my maple window glow. Every pane a diary page, fog but readable with age. Through the maple window light, write me back in amber lines. Let the rain translate the words we never said in time. If the autumn fades to snow, if I freeze before I go, whisper through the glass and know I'm waiting in the glow. I left the porch light burning low in case you found your way. The cups still hold our fingerprints from one October day. Your coat still hangs beside the door, your letters in a box. I read them when the weather talks in sighs of fallen fox. The mirror shows the time we kept between a yes and no. The house pretends it's sleeping, though the floorboards always know. The lamplight writes a soft refrain across the misty snow. And I keep breathing stories on the maple window glow. Reflections hum our old duet. I close my eyes but won't forget. in fog and flame until the meaning's clear. You knock once, twice, the door exhales, the weather starts to spin. You say, I saw the light again, and knew I'd have to come back in. The room is gold as we explain what only autumn knows, that some goodbyes are half awake and never really close. Your hand against the glass meets mine, the window starts to shine. The fog spills out, I missed you in our weathered autumn line. We laugh to keep the tears apart, we kiss the cold below, and find our faces framed again in maple window glow. Through the maple window bright, let our names reclaim the night. If the storm begins to snow, let the fire inside us show. Every pain becomes a heart, see through love and fragile art. The wind is gone, the streets are still, the glass is cool and clear. I wipe away the final haze and find your face still here. Exhale their stories in the caramel light. Coffee cups and newsstand ink, I walk through spice and glow. You text me, meet me after 2, the hours turn too slow. Your voice through static melts the frost still hiding in my head. The day unfolds in sugar tones of all we left unsaid. We always find our rhythm where the sirens turn to song. We laugh at every wrong turn made and call it where we belong. The air is thick with reckless dreams, our pockets full of art. I taste the city on your kiss, sweet cinnamon and heart. The crosswalk beats 4 steps to home, the traffic sings along. Cinnamon City, shine for me, we're made of steam and memory. If the world turns gray again, we'll paint it gold with what we can. Darling of the autumn air, we burn but we don't care. shadow strong. We promised nothing grand, just a day in hand. The rooftop knows the secrets of the quiet we demand. The evening glows like burnt sugar, our souls a warming pot. Two fires meet and name themselves the Cinnamon City Heart. Cinnamon City, sing again, echo through the autumn rain. If the lights forget to shine, our laughter draws the line. We're the story glowing thin between the steel and skin. Every corner tastes like faith and fear combined. We find the sweetness in the grind. The station smells like cinnamon, like every time we part. You say goodnight as if it's day, I hear it in your heart. The window blurs the city lights to orange constellations. Our faces mirror moving dreams in small exhalations. The train pulls out, you wave again, the steam becomes the art. And Cinnamon City, burn for me, light the skies eternally. If the world should cool to gray, we'll heat it with our day. Sweetness found in every scar, that's what we really are. The park is bare, the benches shine, rain resting where we sat. The wind rehearses quiet lines, I still remember that. We walked the paths, now empty gold, our footprints half erased. The sky was pale and promising, a memory retraced. The branches bowed their heads in time, confetti made a flame. We laughed beneath the steady fall and whispered autumn's name. I watched your coat drift down the hill until it disappeared. The silence after leaves had dropped was louder than I feared. The air remembers what we said, each breath rewrites it overhead. After the leaves, when color goes, I keep the sound your shadow knows. If daylight breaks before I wake, I'll find you in the time we take. The ground may sleep, the sky may grieve, but love still grows. After the leaves. The pages turn, the corners curl, I underline your name. The ink runs thin, but still I write. The ritual's the same. A coffee cup, a knitted glove, your laughter for minor key. I sing it back subconsciously. It smells of cinnamon and rain and everything we shared. I wear it through the market light, the candles and the store. The vendor hums your favorite tune, I hum a little more. I find my smile within the cold, it fits me like a sleeve. The warmth returns inside my chest. Softly weaves between the white. I swear I see the ghosts of golden leaves. Evening settles slow and deep, a match becomes the moon. We light our thoughts like candle wicks that promise to resume. We didn't shout, we didn't break, we simply lost the tune. The silence held like smoke that drips from something born too soon. You smiled and said, let's keep it warm, but let it breathe apart. I nodded through the rising haze that filled my stubborn heart. The kettle sighed, the window gleamed, the autumn whispered low. Not every fire needs to burn to show you it can glow. I learned to speak in softer tones, to hold without desire, to find the love that smolders in the quiet kind of fire. The embers hum a lullaby we never say but still imply. Gentle quiet fires, slow and kind, burn beneath the winter mind. If the night forgets to end, keep the spark and call me friend. Every loss the love requires finds its peace in quiet fire. I read the letters left unread, your voice still smells smoky brown, but meaning still remains. I light a candle by the sink and watch it dance alone. It moves the way we used to move when comfort was our tone. The room expands with every breath, the distance turns to sighs. The walls remember laughter like the embers memorize. Not every chapter needs a close or fireworks attire. Some stories end in whispers and in quiet kind of fire. I close my eyes, the sparks repeat. Forgiveness hums in gentle heat. Quiet fires deeper hue, turning ash to something new. If the dark begins to tire, we'll outshine the old desire. Every wound that truth inspires learns to heal in quiet fight. I used to think that love was loud, a blaze that needed proof. Now I know the brightest hearts can burn beneath the roof. The doorbell rings, your eyes are calm, your coat drips in the rain. You say I miss the simple things, the warmth without the flame. We laugh, the steam from mugs of tea curls halos in the air. We sit beside the quiet fires and find our meaning there. The candle flicks, your hand meets mine, the room begins to spin. The world retreats and peace walks in. The night returns, the sound of choirs. We answer with our quiet fires. Quiet fires, brave and true, burning steady, burning new. If the morning dares to fade, we'll relight what love has made. Every life that time requires learns to bloom from quiet fires. The dawn reveals the gentle smoke that rises without pain. Two souls at rest, two hearts renewed, two fires that remain. I know target. Old film rolls hum their golden tones. The past begins to play. The world in faded corners glows. I miss you more this way. I found our picture on the floor. The frame had cracked with time. Your eyes still held the sunset there. Your laugh still held the rhyme. The corners curl like autumn leaves, the edges softly torn. Yet every flaw felt beautiful, as if our loss was warm. The dust fell slow, the light was kind. It didn't hide the gray. It showed the color love becomes when brightness fades away. I smiled the way you used to do before the goodbyes kissed, and the sepia hue, the promise still exists. The film still runs inside my chest, repeating only what was best. Gentle memories, sepia promises never lie. They fade but never die. If time forgets the words we said, the pictures keep them in their stead. Every blur a vow that stays, turning dust to brighter days. Your handwriting, a tilted song, I read it like a prayer. The ink still glows in amber light, your scent still lingers there. I never mailed the note I wrote, I never found the line to tell you how the seasons turn, and still you feel like mine. The shelves collect forgotten plans, the rain hums on the glass. The present is a room of gold through which the ghosts still pass. I lift my head, the shadows nod, they know what I believe. That love is just a photograph that learns to never leave. The paper sighs, the pen agrees. Forever hides in memories. Sepia promises, hold me tight, oh I'm surviving the night. If we're lost in color time, we'll find each other's outline. Every scar and every line soften where our hearts align. The past is not a prison cell, it's light that bends but does not dwell. It shows us what remains to see, the beauty framed in memory. Last night I dreamed the frame was whole, the glass replaced by sky. You waved at me through clouds of gold and said you'd never die. I woke to sunlight on the floor, your echo in the air, and smiled because the world still keeps our color everywhere. I pour the morning into cups and toast the life we had. The image fades, but still I swear it doesn't make me sad. The heart replays its film with these, love alive in sepia keys. Sepia promises still remain, love reborn through gentle pain. If the years dissolve our names, we'll write them back in amber flames. Every blur and every trace finds its glow in time's embrace. I hang the photo on the wall, the frame repaired with glue. The cracks now shine like veins of gold, they make it something new. I know target type, high five on aim plane. Station lights like halos glow, footsteps echo slow. The warm rain paints the platform glass, I wait for you below. The Clock drips seconds into songs, the loudspeaker complains. I hum along to thunder's tune that hides the soft refrains. You said you'd take the later train, stay warm was all you wrote. I hold the scarf you left behind, it still recalls your note. The passengers dissolve in fog, umbrellas bloom and fade. The rails hum low, a lullaby of promises we made. The lights reflect on puddles deep, I see your shadows start to weep. The city hums between each line, I count the beats and call them mine. Warm rain, late train, carry me through time again. If you miss the platform call, I'll be waiting after all. Every drop repeats your name. Warm rain, late train. The signboard flickers running late, the crowd begins to thin. I smile because it buys me time before your eyes begin. A stranger hums a lullaby that sounds like see you soon. The roof leaks constellations down, the night becomes a tune. I text a joke, you send a heart, we live inside the glow. Two screens apart yet somehow near, like rain that doesn't show. The whistle sighs, my heartbeat stays, the moment softly plays. The rails repeat our melody, I breathe it back and let it be. Warm rain, late train, echo through my paper vein. If tomorrow skips the start, keep me written in your heart. Every pause can still remain. Warm rain, late train. The world moves slow and love's in wait. The minutes learn to meditate. The train rolls in, the doors release a sigh of human heat. You step through mist and meet my eyes, our silence feels complete. We stand between the old and new, the weather hums our song. The crowd dissolves, the platform clears, we've waited all along. The speaker coughs, the engines fade, I reach and find your hand. The rain applauds our brave hello, the moment understand. Warm rain, late train, finally we've met again. If the world forgets our names, we'll write them on these window panes. Every mile and every lane ends right here. Warm rain, late train. Hey, nay. Late train. Lanterns float above the lake, reflections call your name. Each flame a wish the water takes, nothing feels the same. We join the crowd by riverside, our laughter lit the night. You tied your dream to candle thread, your eyes the brightest light. I watched it sail across the dark, our hopes in fragile frames. We whisper to the drifting glow, the softest of our aims. The air was thick with cinnamon and echoes of a song. We promised love would never fade, no matter what went wrong. But promises are paper thin, they burn and float within. The wind remembers what we said, I breathe it back instead. Oh, dim lanterns rise for me, carry what I used to be. If the sky forgets to shine, keep my name in candlelight. Every tear the night inspires becomes another quiet fire. The festival returns again, the air smells still the same. I stand alone, a lantern new, I write your fading name. The water mirrors starlit dreams, reflections bend and blur. I send a light for all we were, for everything you were. The crowd begins its silent cheer, the wishes start to climb. I watch them fade like memory, dissolving into time. My lantern drifts, my heart believes, love sails beyond the leaves. The current hums our melody, the moon repeats our harmony. Our paper lanterns soft and near, hold my hope, release my fear. If tomorrow calls too loud, hide me in your glowing shroud. Every loss the dark requires turns to golden paper fires. The fragile things survive somehow, they teach the heart to bend and bow. A child beside me laughs aloud and sends her lantern too. It catches mine and sails in twos, the world becomes renewed. I smile and whisper thank you to the wind that carries free. Two small lights become a sky, and one still shines for me. Paper lanterns rise again, brighter than they've ever been. If the night begins to tire, feed the sky with our desire. Every wish and every prayer turns to dawn and lingers there. The horizon burns in tangerine, the day begins to cry. I drive beneath the colors where our memories never die. The radio hums an older song, the kind you used to play. The chorus finds me halfway home, but not enough to stay. I trace your name on window fog, the letters fade too soon. The sun explodes in orange fire, dissolving into tune. I stop beside the cornfield road, the air smells sharp and clean, and whisper to the setting glow, you know where I have been. My voice returns in echoes wide beneath the The sky repeats our harmony. I chase it down subconsciously. Our tangerine skies burn for me like the road I fail to see. If the dark begins to climb, color love across the line. Every truth the dusty nights will rewrite in tangerine skies. The skyline hums in neon breath, reflections on the stream. I walk the bridge that holds our ghosts in silver color gleam. A busker plays a fragile tune that sounds like second chance. I toss a coin, he nods and smiles. Love's just another dance. I cross to where the colors fade, the towers lose their crown, and feel your hand in phantom touch. It pulls me gently down. The world turns slow, the street light sighs and blushes. Tangerine skies and skyline skies, slow and near, whisper what I need to hear. If tomorrow hides its flame, call me softly by my name. Every shadow love defies still belongs to tangerine skies. Ooh, the colors bleed but never end. The heart still learns to bend. The night unfolds its quiet grace. I find the road again. The dashboard glows a gentle hue of all that might have been. I hum the song you left with me, the one that always flies, and close my eyes to catch the warmth of endless tangerine skies. Tangerine skies, triumphantly. Tangerine skies, shine for me. Crown this heart in melody. If the dark forgets to stay, paint it bright in our own way. Every loss and every try turns to love in tangerine skies. High note target, shine for me. I wrap myself in Sunday wool. The air was shy and gold. The fields beyond the railway line held stories never told. The wind was stitching clouds in white above the autumn plain. My boots picked up the muddy thread that spelled your name again. I sat where wildflowers bloom through fences bent by time. The colors whispered every vow we left without a rhyme. The scent of hay and quiet sun grew heavy in my hair. The wool around my shoulders warmed a promise still out there. I smile because the earth still hums the songs we didn't start. Soft as wool and wildflowers, the texture of my heart. The wind repeats your melody. I hum along unknowingly. If the sky forgets to blue, I'll find the spring in shades of you. The barn door creaks a steady sigh, the dust dances in beams. I watch the motes like shooting stars that carry little dreams. Your old coat hangs where we once hid from sudden summer storms. I touch the sleeve, it feels alive, still holding echoes warm. The fields have turned to caramel, the sky to copper thread. I trace the seasons on my skin where your soft words were said. The wool itches but comforts too, a contradiction's art. I find my peace in paradox, in wool and wildflower heart. The air tastes sweet, the world turns slow. The ground recalls what we let go. Wool and wildflowers, calm refrain, teach my hands to lose the pain. If the frost should pull apart, hold the bloom beneath my heart. We mend the soul with stitches kind, with roots that never mind. How many winters come to call? We learn to warm them all. The first snow falls like cotton thread, it doesn't touch the ground. It melts upon my scarf instead, where memory is found. I see the barn, the field, the sky, the echo of your eyes, and wrap the day around my soul where quiet comfort lies. The flowers sleep, the wool remains, the scent of home imparts. This season ends, but still retains our wool and wildflower hearts. Wool and wildflowers, warm and wide, bloom again where we reside. If the world turns cold with doubt, we'll leave the sunlight out. A final breeze, a gentle fold, the fields lie down to rest. I whisper thanks to every hue that held me at my best. I know target, beat 'em warm and wide. I know target, beat 'em warm and wide. The harvest sky wears orange glass, the city hums below. I stir a cup of clove and laugh, the evening starts to glow. Candles flicker on the sill, the curtains breathe like sleep. The radio hums stories that the wind decides to keep. You text a line, the moon looks huge, I step outside to see. It hangs like something warm and round, familiar as can be. The pumpkins guard, the porch is wide, the laughter down the street reminds me how we used to be when every fear was sweet. The night smells soft of sugar spice, of memory and tune. I smile beneath the tender glow of our pumpkin moon. The air repeats your gentle tone, I call your name when I am alone. sell cider, scarves and books. The laughter drips like gold. I wander through the amber dust, pretending I'm still bold. A child hands me a painted leaf and says, for you to keep. I thank her with a nod and grin. Her kindness runs so deep. The world is small, the season grand, the joy of fleeting tune. I hum it back beneath the light of our pumpkin moon. The world spins slow, the colors stay. I chase the night that won't decay. Soft, kind pumpkin moon. The simplest lights can hold us whole. The gentlest nights can warm a soul. You meet me near the market close, your scarf a cinnamon hue. We walk the lane where leaves still glow, our laughter spilling through. The moon above reflects our eyes, the streets hum out of tune. But perfect is the imperfection under pumpkin moon. Pumpkin moon, stay with me, shine through all that's yet to be. If tomorrow comes too soon, I'll still dream beneath pumpkin moon. Ooh. Crosswalk hums in amber tone, umbrellas bloom in line. The puddles hold the city's face, distorted yet divine. Your messages grow lazy now, but still they make me smile. I trace our route from memory across each painted mile. The lamplight turns the street to gold, reflections made of art. The boulevard collects the sound of my nostalgic heart. I breathe the evening's copper hue, it smells like coming through. The rain repeats our minor key. I find the rhythm easily. Copper Boulevard, glow for me. Keep my thoughts where they should be. If the city sleeps too soon, light my path in copper tune. Inside the glass, two strangers laugh. Their warmth becomes a song. I watch them dance in silhouettes, the daylight's nearly gone. You text, remember our first rain, I answer every drop. The memories pour endlessly, they never seem to stop. The coffee cools, the sky exhales, I watch the world restart. Still sitting in the rhythm of this Copper Boulevard heart. The city hums its lullaby, I see the skyline starts to fade, keep our promise gently made. We're not the storm, we're what remains, the color left when daylight drains. The traffic sings a steady chord. I cross the final lane. Your shadow waits by corner light. We meet beneath the rain. You smile and say the world looks new. I nod and breathe it in. The boulevard reflects our eyes, two mirrors born again. Copper Boulevard, shine tonight, make our echoes come to light. If the world turns gray and hard, we'll find gold in Copper Boulevard. Copper Boulevard, shine tonight, make our echoes come to light. If the world turns gray and hard, we'll find gold in Copper Boulevard. Fireplace hums, the orchard sleeps, the air is sweet and slow. I breathe the scent of apple smoke from fires long ago. I stack the wood the way you did, 3 logs, a gentle flame. The crackle tells a story soft that never sounds the same. The room is lined with photographs, their corners kissed by heat. The apples on the window ledge release their scent discreet. The shadows paint the walls in hues of amber, cream, and oak. I close my eyes and taste the years of sweetly burning smoke. The night begins its lullaby and time forgets to choke. The ashes write in cursive air, I read your name still glowing there. Gentle apple smoke, stay a while, curl around this heart in style. If the fire forgets to rise, whisper warmth beneath the sky. The trees outside are skeletons of fruit we used to pick. Their branches hum our laughter through the cold and crystal thick. I walk between their silver bones and hum our secret tune. The frost replies in harmony beneath the waning moon. I gather fallen apples, bruised yet fragrant, sweet and red. I bake them into memory and taste the life we led. The smoke escapes the chimney's throat, the past and present float. The orchard glows in amber light, I call your name into the night. I gentle apple smoke, warm and near, keep my heart from freezing here. If the sky forgets to see, let the stars remember me. They teach the night how to be warm. A knock, a pause, you're at the door, your cheeks the same old rose. I let you in, the apples sigh, the evening softly close. You say I saw the chimney smoke, it felt like coming home. I smile and nod, the room agrees. We're done with being alone. No apple smoke, brave and free, light our ears in unity. If the fire should dim or choke, breathe again, sweet apple smoke. I know. Street lamps bloom like candle flame, the snow begins to spin. I walk along Hearthlight Avenue and think of where we've been. The bakery breathes cinnamon, the window fog is sweet. A record store plays vinyl jazz that wanders down the street. You used to wait outside that door with mittens worn and gray. Your laugh, a warm, familiar chord that kept the cold away. I trace the steam on frosted glass, the letters nearly true. The light reflects your shadow on Hearthlight Avenue. The city hums a carol low, I follow where the lamps all glow. I gentle Hearthlight Avenue, shine for two. Guide me back to love I knew. If the world turns cold and blue, I'll still walk Hearthlight Avenue. The cafe plays our winter song, the window bells repeat. I order tea for only one, but keep your empty seat. The waitress smiles, same again. I nod and say, of course. The memory fills the chair with quiet, tender force. The snow reflects a softer truth, the sky a kindly hue. The world forgives itself tonight on Hearthlight Avenue. Hearthlight Avenue, stay awake, burn for every choice we make. If the night forgets our view, keep the fire in Hearthlight Avenue. We're made of ordinary things, warm rooms, soft songs, the light they bring. The door unlocks, a shadow moves, the air turns bright and new. You stand beneath the lamplight on Hearthlight Avenue. We laugh, we cry, we say no words, our breath becomes the flame. And every lamp along the street remembers us by name. Hearthlight Avenue, glow for me, show the world what love can be. If tomorrow starts anew, I'll begin on Hearthlight Avenue. frost on glass, breath on air, our hands trace truth now bare. The first frost writes our names in care. The window wears a silver veil, the world is quiet still. We stand where summer used to bloom and learn a gentler will. Your voice is steam on coffee cups, a promise barely spoke. The air between our sentences is filled with something woke. I reach for you through a light that bends the sun, a fragile bow, and swear that what we keep in cold is what we'll always know. The frost reveals each heart's design, it etches ours in tender to sting. The gate creaks out a melody, a slow remembered spring. We walk where shadows learn to shine, our footsteps soft and true. The ground is glass, the air is verse, each breath a pledge to you. No ring, no word, just presence pure, a promise we allow. Our fingers write in light and snow, our first frost vow. First frost vow, sweet and clear, echoes still from year to year. If the winter tests our faith, let the cold become our grace. Love is louder in the hush, the moment we refuse to rush. The sun appears like silver flame, we stand inside its gleam. The frost reflects our gentle hands and turns it all to dream. We breathe together, knowing how the quiet teaches true. The future melts and forms again in light between us two. First frost vows, ever bright, keep our souls through endless night. If the seasons fall apart, ice will guard this warming heart. First frost vows, ever bright, keep our souls through endless night. If the seasons fall apart, ice will guard this warming heart. Fireplace sings in amber tune, cider steam fills the room. The window glows in early June of winter's lingering blue.
You lean against the counter light, Your hand smells sweet of clove. The kettle whistles soft and low, a lazy kind of love.
Outside the streets are wide and still, the city half asleep. We talk of dreams and recipes and plans we mean to keep.
The radio plays vinyl crack, the fire burns to coal, and everything we ever lacked turns suddenly to whole.
A gentle cider, sweet and bright, warm my soul this winter night. If the cold should take control, pour your laugh into my soul.
We step outside to see the snow. It falls like soft confess.
The lamp reflects your breath in gold, the world in gentle dress.
You hand me cider still too hot. I laugh and take a sip.
The steam becomes our halo light, a perfect warming script.
The neighbors wave, the night smells true. The stars forget their frost.
And somewhere deep inside of me, I count the pain as lost. Coal and cider, soft and real, teach my heart the heat to feel. If the embers start to die, breathe them back with your goodbye. Every spark a memory, every flame a remedy. We sit again and quiet smile, the fire low and kind.
You say the simplest nights can heal. I nod and don't mind.
The glass reflects our silhouette, two shapes of warm relief. We sip our peace, we keep our faith in ordinary belief. Coal and cider, sweet reprise, shine like hope in tired eyes. If the world forgets its role, love remains as coal and cider soul. The park rewrites its story now, pages made of gold. I walk between the sentences of everything we told. Each leaf a chapter half complete, each gust a line we knew. The benches keep our footnotes safe, their pain a weathered hue. Your voice still lives in margin notes, the wind begins to reel. I chase the words like butterflies and follow where they lead. The fountain hums our favorite song, the sky a fading sleep. I trace the plot of us again through chapters in the leaves. The air repeats our dialogue, soft-spoken yet relieved, that even endings carry love in chapters left to weave. The paper sky folds in and sighs. I see our story through its eyes. Chapters in the leaves, turning slow with every breeze. If the endings across the ground where all our moments slept. You once said love was chapters long and endings never last. They simply shift to smaller print beneath the season's cast. I find your laugh between the lines, the curl of every Y. It lingers there like poetry that never learns to die. The puddles hold reflections deep, the past begins to heave. Yet I still find our quiet truth in chapters in the leaves. The storm becomes a paragraph, the thunder like a photograph. Chapters in the leaves, ink in time and memory. If tomorrow turns the page, I will read you through the age. Every fold my heart perceives keeps its shape in autumn leaves. No story ever truly ends, it just forgets the when. The author hides between the lines and starts again. I walk the trail at eventide, the pages underfoot. The sound of every step I take becomes the word we put. The lamplight flickers softly now, punctuation made of flame. It marks the end of what we were, but not of who we became. I stop to read the final line, it smiles and softly grieves. We loved, we lost, we lived, it says. These chapters in the leaves. Chapters in the leaves, glowing bright beneath the eaves. If the night forgets to see, light me with your memory. Every ending love achieves blooms again in autumn leaves. The wind closes the final page, the trees begin to rest. I whisper thank you for the words, the ones I love the best. The sky turns dusk, the book is done, yet still the spirit grieves. Until I hear your voice again through chapters in